Hello and welcome back to my channel, and for those that are new here, I'm Princess Serena, and today I'm going to be showing you a closer look at my most basic collection, Minnie and Mickey, and my most unique collection, which you can see a little bit in the corner there, my Club Penguin collection. So starting with my Minnie and Minnie collection, I'm going to start at the top over here. It's Minnie and Mickey at the mailbox, and this is the cutest thing. It's perfect because it's me every day running to the mailbox. Then we have a cute little booster set. I just kept the Minnie and Mickey ones. So you see a reoccurring theme here. I always try to have a matching Minnie and Mickey. This is the one that actually got me into Minnie and Mickey pin collecting. I got at a pin trading show. We got the popsicle, which I opened this mystery bag so many times, and I got the Minnie one like 3 times, but I could never get the Mickey, but I finally was able to trade for it. These ones are super cute. I'm totally aware that these are most likely fake pins. You can see the glare, especially on the Mickey. So these are counterfeit pins that people in factories made, but it's just for me, I'm not intending to trade them. So here they are, and they connect. It's adorable. I didn't actually know these existed, but then I saw the Minnie one at a live sale once, and it opens. This is the cell phone opened. I think this is the cutest thing and just reminiscent of what cell phones used to be used for. Only talking. What a concept. And then I had to look up right away if there was a Mickey, and there was, and I was super lucky and was able to trade for it. Now I use my phone to mostly pin trade and pin purchase. And the cell phone charms that they included on these pins are very reminiscent of when I used to collect peekapoos. I don't know if you guys were into those or knew about them, but there are these little charms you could pay a toonie for, which is $2 for those that are not Canadian. And you'll get one of these rubber Pooh Bears. I'll show you a couple. So basically each one is Winnie the Pooh dressed up as different characters, and you are meant to put them on your phone or your keychain. But of course, being the collector I am since day one, even if it wasn't pins, I always collected something, and I always wanted to collect them all. I actually finally have one on my car keys, but I'm finally using it for what it's actually meant to be used for. Then we got the Minnie and Mickey flip-flops, rubber here, which is a super cool element. And then we got the 2020 Minnie and Mickey, which was a must-have for me because I actually was lucky enough to go to Disney this year, a few weeks before this whole thing started, at the end of February. Then I got Minnie and Mickey cakes. They are super sparkly. And then again, there's a rubber element on the ears, which is super unique. And then other 2020 pins, these I actually was able to trade for in the parks, which was awesome because a lot of the pins going around in the parks are scrappers and fakes, but a guest actually had these and I was able to trade because they're from a booster set and I didn't really want the other two, so it's perfect. Then we got the Minnie and Mickey ice creams. This one's especially special. Wow, what a tongue twister. Because I tried the Mickey Haagen-Dazs bar at Disney, and honestly, I swear, even though it's the same company, there's something about it that's just better than a regular Haagen-Dazs bar. Then I have the Mickey and Minnie hot air balloon. As soon as I found the Minnie one, I knew I had to get the Mickey one. We got the street signs, Mickey Avenue and Minnie Lane. Wow, to live on those streets. Then we got more flip-flops. I got these pretty recently. There's rubber here. Then these are one of my first ones, which I'm wearing a Minnie one now, which is perfect. I love New York. I love going to plays. I'll definitely make a future video. I have some pins from plays I've seen. Got the donuts, which I was lucky enough to open both of these up on my first try, trying to get these on a mystery bag. I have a couple goofy pins, And I used to have a super small goofy side collection, but decided to get rid of most of them. But I kept these 3 because I couldn't separate the donuts. I think they look super cute as a 3-pin set. And then there's just something about Goofy carrying Epcot that's just too cute to get rid of. And then I actually traded for the Minnie one while I was at Disney. It was my first trade of the trip. And then I immediately looked up if there were more of the set. Of course there were. And I took me a few months to get the Mickey, but I finally was able to trade for it a few months ago. And it's the perfect pair. And it got it right in time for winter too. There is no snow out at the moment, but every week it kind of just snows a lot and then it melts. Canada for you. So I thought that was a cute row to have, very into placing pins. Then the last row are pins that aren't a pair but has Minnie and Mickey on them. So we'll start over here. So I have a Happy Hanukkah pin. So the dreidel moves. Hanukkah just ended a couple days ago. And although it wasn't Disney, I had a giant Hanukkah bear in front of my house this year. Felt very festive. This one's a fantasy pin and it will commemorate this time. I've been making the most out of it and having lots of fun with the pin community. Then we got Minnie and Mickey. I recently traded for this one. It's the 2020 Minnie and Mickey gingerbread pin, which I said in my last video, I don't love Christmas pins, but it's super unique because most of the pins on here represent either Minnie and Mickey in their old style form like this, or their modern style, or it represents their design. But this one's different. And then this was actually my first Disney pin I got that kickstarted this whole thing beginning of 2019. I had Disney pins before. I'll make a separate video about how I got into pins and everything, but this was the one that kickstarted my big collection. So that's the Minnie and Mickey collection. So speaking of childhood things like Peek-a-Poos, this is my Club Penguin collection. For those of you that don't know, Club Penguin was a computer game. I believe it started in 2005 and it became really popular in 2007, 2008, and 2009. Disney bought it in 2008 or 9. I was actually a member once. So basically in the game, you had a penguin and he got to pick what color and he waddled around different places. There was a nightclub, a coffee shop, and a ski hill. And there was a lot of mini games and coins, and you could buy these pets called puffles. So that's what these are. And you had an igloo, which was a little smaller than this if you were not a member. You could only get the blue and the red one, but then if you were a member, you got to get more. So these are just different penguins dressed up as different things. This one's actually at Disney, wants to take pictures. It's his very first visit. Got a fairy, a pirate, another one wearing a Disney hat. Oh, and this one's adorable. Another pirate, but he's holding a little puffle. He's hugging him. It's like he's a pin trader too, because he has a lanyard on. So there were 2 mystery boxes in 2009 that were released at Disney, and there were 10 pins in each one. So the puffles are a separate booster pack, and just to warn you, it's been faked a lot, these puffles, and there are white and orange ones that were a European release, I think, but those are not fake, so they are impossible to find. And actually, they were technically my first pin, not a real pin, but digital pin, was in this game. I'm just remembering because every week or two, they would like hide a pin that you had to find in the game. And then once you click it, you get to keep it, and it could be an icon like on your Penguins card. So everyone could click your card and then they could see what pin that your card has. So it's kind of like you're wearing a pin or displaying it on a board like this. And then if you're wondering, so this board and it peeks out a bit, so it definitely does make quite a hole. I only suggest getting foam core like this for your collections if you're very set on where they are and you're not going to switch them very often. Like, I switched it once because I had a couple more coming in. Now I have them all, but I had a couple more coming in, and that's the big hole that it leaves. It's not too noticeable, but can you imagine a whole board with them? So I went to Staples and I asked if they did custom foam core, and they said yes. So I sent them the photo, and there it is. And it doesn't look super pixely, so I'm super happy with that. And then also to put this board up, I asked them how I would, and the lady that worked at Staples was really nice and actually used a really big hole puncher to hole punch a really thick hole into the board. So then I just use nails to put it up. So that was my Club Penguin and Minnie and Mickey side collections. I hope you enjoyed them. If you liked this video, please make sure to subscribe down below for more pin content from me. Take care of yourself and have a magical day. Bye.